So this is task class exercise number 7, task A, part 5. All right, I'm gonna dovetail on to the last button that what we just did a few minutes ago. Was that if you remember, JavaScript could hide some of the HTML elements. So we use this click me right here, and I'm going to click on it, it's going to hide it. So I want you to take a screenshot, just refresh your screen. What was it before? And then you click on it afterward. Here's how I want you to do this for me. Okay, so let me dovetail on the same exercise that we'll have with it as well. So you could also use JavaScript to show the same things what you have as well with it. So in the last part of this video, the part where you're going to look at is this code right here. Do you see where it says display, and I have you set it equal to a single apostrophe is none in this right here. So what if you take the same part, everything that you have right here? Here's what I want you to do. You see everything I have right here? You see from line 36 to line 42 I have right here? I'm going to copy that. All right, here's what I want you to do. I want to copy that same line, exactly what I have. I'm going to copy that, hit enter, come down below that. I'm going to hit Control V, paste that. I'm going to change this into part 5 so we can have something to start here and here. Still the same. I can't call it demo 2 anymore. I have to change this to demo 3, right? So change that to demo 3. JavaScript, instead of saying JavaScript can hide, now you're going to say JavaScript can show. All right, so you can show HTML elements at the same time. So instead of here, when in this button right here, you have everything is still the same. It still says get element ID. You're still going to use the demo, but this time you're going to change that demo to demo 2 to demo 3. And demo 3, you're going to change it inside of this display right here. You're going to type in the word block. All right, so the block displays is going to show it. All right, and when you click me on this thing, all right. So I'm going to do Control S, saves it, save everything with it. I'm going to come down to over here to class A, task.a.html, open with live server, and it looks like this right now with it. And as you can see, one is hide, one is to show. If I click on me with it, all right, hold on, give me. My apology, that didn't work because I didn't complete the code. So in here, do you see where it says in your paragraph tag when you said demo 3 in this case with it? I need to come in and give it an attribute of style equal to display, and in this display I'm going to say none right now with it. I'm sorry. This is what should be on the top part when I hid this thing. Give me a second. Hold on. So inside of this this is the part that I didn't tell you the whole thing. So make sure you would put ID demo 3 style display colon none and close off it with a double quote with it. So now you can change this. Instead of saying JavaScript can show HTML right now, here's what I want you to do. How about this? Let's change this a little bit. Let's do a paragraph tag, regular paragraph tag in here with it, and we'll move this statement right here. Let's see here. Let me see how we can do this. Okay, we'll make this really easy. How about just create a simple JavaScript statement in here. JavaScript can show hidden HTML elements. All right, so you can show that, and then every time when you call the paragraph tag, you will use the demo 3 in this case. You're going to do display none, and inside of this thing, let's change this text right here so we'll give it another. Let's take this out, and you can say JavaScript rocks, something along that line. All right. So inside of this, when you click on this button right here, when you do demo 3, calling this ID, which is this ID, it's going to replace this statement. It's going to replace it to show this. All right. So this is what it's going to look like. So Control S. Let me save that with it. Come down over here. Come over in live server. and this is what it looks like. All right, so you see where it just shows it, and also it shows it. So make sure you take a screenshot of before you click me, and it shows JavaScript rocks in here as well. Now, here's what I would like for you to do, just to clarify everything before when you upload this with this. Well, let's go back to our code over here and help me in grading this. This is so crucial with that as well. So in your assignment, you're going to have multiple parts to part A. Remember that horizontal rule that I asked you to do with it? So here's what I would like for you to do. So if you look at your instructions with it, remember this instruction you don't have. You're gonna have I'm gonna have a link up here for you put in here with it. So this is the first. This is the hello part with it, and then you have your light bulb, and then you have your changing the elements with it, HTML elements, and then you could display and hide that elements with it, and you can show it with it. So we got how many? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 screenshots, type of different screenshots with it. Let's do this. Let's do this. I want you to come up here with it. Do you see where it says the hello world? The first one we just did with hello world with it. If you could for me, just do a horizontal rule, HR, after the hello world with it. That way, it just helps me to separate this section out from the next section with it. Cool? Now, and then if you do that, let me just highlight the HR rule with it. And if you want to save this and see what it looks like, and this is what it actually looks like with it as well. So you have a horizontal rule. This is the if you click me with it, and you can see hello JavaScript with it as well. All right. So that's one. Right. So let's take a look at the second one. I want you to put the horizontal rule right after the light bulb. So that would be right here, okay, right after the light bulb. So let's put a next horizontal rule that separates that out, just breaking up the sections with it. And the third horizontal rule would be after that part with it. So so you have the second horizontal is after the element that JavaScript can change the element, can change the attributes, and then the next one is this one. So it looks like this. So I just place in some horizontal rule. It just helps me grade, just breaking up the parts with it. So I broke in Control S saves it. It looks like this. All right. So it gives me, here's the hello world. Here's your light bulb. This is the second part, the next part, and the next part with it. It just breaks it down to JavaScript can change the styles for HTML element, can hide the HTML, can show the hidden HTML with it as well. So it looks like this, and if you want to show me the before and after, it doesn't really matter, but I need to have some sort of breakdown with this as well. Alright, so this will conclude Task A, all of this with it. So all this is all Task A. There's about 5 videos you're going to connect in watching this as well. Alright, I'm going to stop the video right now.